Hello, this is Lewis, and I'm doing my second video of the SAT calendar series. Okay, so this video is on the internal documentation and code. The first video was on the processing features. Now it's time to go over the code as a whole. So yeah, I don't know why why when I put it onto the document, some of the code is white and some of it is like green and blue, like the colors it is on Visual Basic. I don't know, like I want it in green and blue, but for some reason it might be because the form was longer. But anyway, I'll talk about the challenges and issues, what works and what doesn't work, because there are some errors in my code. Anyway, so this is the code here. As you can see, it is actually, it's long, but it's not actually that long. This form is the longest form at 155 lines. If I go form 2, that's only 42 lines. If I go to the module, that's only 34. So it's only a little over 200 or 250 lines roughly. So yeah, it's short, but I thought it might be too short after completing it. But I think it's supposed to be short is the thing though, because you want concise code. So it is short, but that's what I was trying to aim for. It's concise code, not these processes that are too long. Like you want it short, and furthermore, you also want it a lot of the processes are pretty complicated. They do a lot of methods. There's a lot of things that I haven't really done before, so it was a long learning process. So I think the complicated code here would make up for the fact that it's a bit shorter. It's pretty short, but it's pretty hard here to work out. So so what were these new things that kind of give me trouble? So, well, I'll go in order. The first thing was probably, if I go in order here, it was definitely flow layout panels. This is something I've never done before. So to work out that took a bit of a while. Same with date time. Never done anything with date time before. So yeah, there was also date string then, and all the things relating to date time was all new. Then you also have the flow layout panel. Took a long time to get it around because to really mainly the generation part instead of the different defining dimensioning part. The flow layout panel is the labels as well were pretty hard to kind of create. Well, I know how to make labels, but to kind of code it in instead of have it in the form was a bit unusual for me. What else did I have trouble with? Yeah, data rows as well, and link labels. They're new. I'll go to form 2. I'll go to module actually first. Yeah, so the system imports. So this connection with the access form here. This bi-directional link here. That was an issue that was pretty tough to overcome here. And I didn't even really overcome it. I'll get into it a bit more later though, what I mean. So old DB commands as well, and obviously even message box buttons, never done that before, and data sets I've never done before. And well, I've done data sets, but not in this method. An old DB data adapter I've been done as well. So let's go to form 2. I've never done tries before, but I found them very useful. I'll definitely use them more from now on. So yeah, so that's all the issues I have to overcome. There are a lot of different stuff. There's also functions, public, there's private classes. There's a lot of different different elements going on. So, not to mention the fact that, as you can see, each line of code, every line of code has been has got an explanation or internal documentation explaining it. Some probably better than others, but every single line has it, which is time consuming as well, very time consuming. But yeah, it ultimately comes out to how many pages? So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 pages, which isn't a lot, but it isn't really a lot compared to, I know some people are doing a crazy amount, but it is still a considerable an amount. So there's that, especially considering there's only 2 forms. Know a lot of people are probably doing like 6, some even doing 7 forms. So I know. So for 2 forms, 7 pages is pretty considerable. But yeah, like I said before, the length isn't really where it comes through. Just the different processing features. All of these different lines are very different, like functions and private, public modules. Are very different. So there you go. Okay, so now some errors I came in contact with coding that do not work. So everything works. I've tested it all. It's all good. Everything works. Import buttons, export today, all those buttons, all the labels, everything. It's accurate, but when I add new appointments to calendar and I go, whatever, I just give it the title. I'll give it to the 6th. And if I go save, do you wish to save? Yes. Unknown error has occurred. So of course I've mentioned this in my validation video as well, because I included, instead of it crashing when an error has occurred, I've had the validation to pop up this message box here. But yeah, so this error, this connection with the access didn't really work. It was I don't know why, because it should work. If I go to the code of form 2, I could probably find it, and it's annoying it doesn't work, because I tried like so many different methods to try to get it to work, but I watched like probably 8 different videos and tried all 8 of those methods, and nothing would work. But so I think I got a couple, I think 3 reasons why it didn't really work. But if I just look, catch is this one. So was it was just errors in adding to the calendar. But I think it's more of an error to connection with the calendar, because with the module here, because this link, I don't think that really works like that. It didn't really provide a connection, but the video I watched was this exactly, so it should work, but it doesn't for some reason. So I think I got a couple theories to why it wouldn't really work, and the first is because of the different versions. So this computer has Visual Studio Code is the 2017 version, and the access here, this document is 2016, so maybe it's outdated and doesn't really support it, and it needs to be, the same version. That could make sense. Another reason could be the protection levels. So obviously some things are blocked on this computer. Sometimes they shouldn't be blocked, but it gets flagged in the system. So I could imagine connecting to different applications probably could get restricted or not allowed in the system. So that's a possibility there. So kind of the same way it stops malware from getting on your computer, like antivirus, it's it's kind of flagging the access or this connection as maybe a security danger or something. So maybe it can't be this connection can't be formed due to a protection levels basically. So those I had another theory, but I can't really remember what it was. But it was what was it? Don't know. Oh, it was just something more basic like internet connection. But as you can see, or you can't really see, but if I have this, yeah, the as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, I got 4 bars. It's full Wi-Fi. So usually that was my first kind of theory, but because I usually connection issues have something to do with Wi-Fi, but turns out it didn't really. So yeah, it's annoying to have this error. So definitely going to lose marks for it, but that is if I don't get a 0. It'd be a little annoying if I get a 0 because I did submit it late, but no, it would be fair enough. It'd be fair enough, but it's yeah, it would be a little frustrating considering like how much work I put into it. Even on these videos, like these documents took hours to fill out, and then these videos, like they're pretty long. My first one ended up being roughly half an hour long. This one's already over 12 minutes. So yeah, it would be probably a bit disappointed in myself that if it if I get a 0 out of 10 for this. I probably should have submitted and done this all earlier. I wanted to do it by Wednesday, but I heard it got moved to Friday, so I thought, I'll spend more time on the code and get even more details. But yeah, that didn't really work out because I got I got sick on Friday, uh, so yeah, it probably so I kind of couldn't submit it then, but it's probably better to give yourself some leeway and get it done early, and then if you have a little extra time, then you add on to it instead. So I just added on extra without even doing this document, so I left it all ideal, I guess, like in an ideal world where everything works perfectly. Would have been I would have done it Friday, but I couldn't get it done, so I should have gave myself a bit more leeway. So if I couldn't do any more work on Friday, I could just submit it though and then be done. Alright, so this is the video 2 here, but anyway, it's that's in the past now. I just gotta work and get these videos done and then submit it here. So the code, yeah, it is ultimately my point is here is it's pretty short, but I've got a lot of different processing features I've never done before. A lot that are a bit pretty complicated. A lot of these lines of code that are not many of them are just really simple and and especially the ones that are very long. The ones that are the longer lines of code, the longer processing features, none of them are simple. They took a long time to work out, probably uh, they'll take multiple lessons to figure out and get a solution to it. So I think that makes up for the fact that it is relatively short in comparison to maybe some other people and their SAT projects. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, this has been part 2 of the SAT calendar series. There's still 2 more parts to go. So goodbye for now.